In the last video, or in video, I guess problem 23, uh, the last video we had about this problem number 23 from the ACP review, we solved this by graphing it in Inspire, and we found the minimum point using menu 6.2, and the graphing calculator told us that the minimum point was -3.1. Now, this is a way to find it if without the calculator, just using the formula. Okay, and the formula looks like this. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I'm going to just type the formula. The formula for the vertex is the point negative b, and I need this to be a fraction, b over 2a. That's going to be your x value, and your y value is going to be f of that same of the x value that you had. So you're going to take whatever you got for x and plug it in to the function for y. So I need to put in a negative and another fraction there, b 2a. Okay, so that will give me, this is the formula to find the vertex. The vertex may be a minimum or a maximum point, just depending on just depending on if the value of a is either positive or negative. Okay, and actually this is an ordered pair, so I should have had another pair of parentheses there. Okay, all right. So that's our point, and let's find out what b over 2a is. Looking at our function, the equation, the general equation of a quadratic equation is this. A quadratic function. This is what a general quadratic function looks like. And let's go ahead and put that equation in here. So generally looks like this. F of x equals ax to the power of 2. Let's see if I can raise that to the power of 2. Plus b times x plus c. Okay, so this is the general form or the standard form of a quadratic function. This is also standard form. We have standard form for linear functions. We also have a standard form for quadratic. So this is a standard. I did that same mistake. Type standard form for quadratic function. All right, and so this is what that is. Okay, all right, so let's see if I can make this a little smaller here. Okay, all right, so knowing these two things, what does this tell me? This tells me that a is in for our function is equal to 1 because there is nothing in front of x squared. This tells me that b is equal to 6. 6 is the coefficient of the x term, and this tells me that c is equal to 10 because that's my constant term all by itself. Okay, that's what I know. Of course, for the vertex, using the vertex, all I really need to know is b and a. So let's go ahead and substitute those values in according to my vertex formula. Then that means the vertex of this function then is, and let's see, is negative. My b is 6, so let's go with 6 over 2 times 1. Okay, and that happens to be equal to -3. Right. So 6 over negative 6 over 2 times 1 is negative 3. So that means my vertex has an x value, at least my first term is negative 3. And then my y value is f of negative 3. So what does that look like? So my vertex so far is negative 3, and whatever f of negative 3 is. Okay? So I can already narrow down my choices as to be, it could either be G or A, but we already, I mean G or H, but we already know that it's H. So let's see, how do we know that f of negative 3 is equal to 1? We substitute negative 3 into this equation. So f of negative 3, if we substitute that in, it should look like this. Negative 3 at raised to the power of 2, all right, plus negative 3, which is times, or actually there's a 6 in front of it, so I need to put 6 times negative 3, because negative 3 is x, and then plus 10, okay? And if we actually show our work on this problem, and we can go ahead and show our steps on here. This means that equals that negative 3 to the power of 2 is positive 9, because a negative times a negative is a positive. I mean, negative times negative is, yeah, negative times negative is a positive. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. We got 6 times negative 3, which is minus 18. And then we got a plus 10. So we got a positive 19 minus, we got 19 minus 18, which is equal to 1. And so f negative 3 is just equal to 1. And so our point is, so our answer to this question is negative 3, 1. Okay? So that gives us our vertex. And as this is how you find it using the what we call the vertex formula. Okay? So